Hey guys, what's up? Nuggets of Success here, it's Yavash. Alright, so today I want to talk about a few things: life, death, and real success. And it's, there's a lot of things happening today, and just want to, reflect on this together with you guys. Okay, I don't know if you're following the news. Like usually, I don't, I don't watch TV. I don't really follow the news much because there's a lot of negativity. But today a lot of people were sharing this on Facebook that plane crashed. Plane in Pakistan, and around 40 people died today. And someone that was quite famous, just one second. Okay, so basically I just turned quickly the Wi-Fi off and put it on 3G or 4G, whatever it is. Okay guys, so today there was an airplane crash, right? And Junaid Jamshed is quite famous. He did a lot of good work. He died in this plane crash with his wife. And it's really sorry. It's very, you feel really emotional. I didn't know him that well, but he was a figure well known. And there are around 40 people died in that plane crash. Okay, guys, and every time you hear about people dying, it's just, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it makes me reflect, because you never know when your time comes, right? Death can come at any time, and I'm not the kind of person that like thinks negative about this, and I'm not the kind of person that actually gets sad about that. Why? Because life's a beautiful thing, and we need to live life and enjoy life. And we will all die, and we don't need to, think about this in a bad way. It may be next year, it might be in 10 years, it might be 20 years. It doesn't matter, but that's why I firmly believe that you should live life every single day as if it's your last day. Okay? Now, what does this have to do with success? Now, this is really, really important. Now, how many people here know Robin Williams? Most of us do, right? I used to love watching his movies, and he was one of the guys, he was one of the best maybe stand-up comedians, right? Like, his movies were so funny. The guy was so funny. And if you ask, in a room of 10,000 people, if you ask people, do you think Robin Williams was successful? Most of people said yes, and they would actually raise his hands, right? But this guy, and everyone thought he was successful. He committed suicide, guys. He committed suicide. He took his own life. Now, why would he take his own life if he was so successful? Why? Because success is something we define. Every success is something else for every person. Someone might have all the materialistic, all the wealth that you can imagine. They might have everything, the house, the cars, you know, the dream wife, the dream husband, but they might not be happy inside, because it's different for every person. You see, it's more about contentment inside your heart, and it's not really about what you have, right? And this is why when I always talk about living life on your terms, it's not about being a millionaire. It's not about having all that wealth. You see, I've been there. 10 years ago, I had all that money. I had all those materialistic things, and I used to travel around to five-star hotels, five-star resorts. I used to, guys, I've been there. 16 countries I traveled around in a few years, and yes, I enjoyed it. It was awesome, guys. It was really amazing, and I'm grateful for that experience. But you see, even at that time, I knew there was something missing. And for me, when I discovered faith, when I discovered Islam, everything changed, guys. Everything changed. You see, when you have a purpose in life, when you serve a bigger purpose, yeah, that's when you can truly make a difference. And that's what I believe is what real success is. You see, success is not about achieving all the wealth and having all the materialistic stuff. okay? But real success is leaving a legacy behind, you know, and and this is what life is about for me, and this is why I feel so passionate about, what I do. You see, I want to reach 1 million lives in 1 year, and I don't want to just help people become financially free, because it's not about that, and it's more about helping people live the life on their terms. And I think that's true fulfillment comes from that. And it's really, and I had this book in my hand, and you see, like, I'm jumping a little bit, but this is so true, guys. Most people know this book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And this book is known as one of the best books in terms of personal development, and in terms of, like, you know uh, better relationships, better communication skills. And this book is recommended by everyone, guys, right? But what it is how many people actually know that Dale Carnegie, known as very successful person, committed suicide as well? You know, Dale Carnegie committed suicide at the end of his life. I'll bet you 95% of the people, probably 99% of people, don't know that. Now, why is that? It's because God knows why he actually did that. At the end of the day, we don't know what was in his heart. But you see, when you are pursuing something, and you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and you don't have that true purpose inside you, then you will not have that contentment. You will not have that fulfillment that you get from that bigger purpose, serving that bigger purpose. So right now, my message really for today is that you need to really find your inner passion, find your real purpose. If you ask someone, if someone is not happy, and you actually ask them, if someone's not happy and you actually ask them, okay, like, what would make you happy? And for that person it would be, okay, being in that dream job, or having my own business, having 1 million. Okay, now ask them again, like, how would that 1 million make you feel? Okay, how would that 1 million make you feel? Now that 1 million, maybe it makes you feel like you have freedom, right? You have complete freedom. You don't need to answer to anyone else. You don't need to worry about bills. You don't need to worry about those things. But you can have all of that maybe with just £2,000 a month. Just with £2,000 a month. Even that feeling of freedom, you can have it right now. That feeling of contentment, you can have it right now. And this is so important, guys. Whatever whatever your goals and your dreams are, wherever you're going, know why you're doing it. It's all about the why. If your why, if you don't know your why, then you need to just sit down and check yourself again. Okay? Hey, Shmaila. Yeah. So exactly. So this is what it's all about, guys. You might pursue something really big, and then you might get there, and then at the end you realize, okay, you know what? You ruined all your relationships. You burned bridges, and you wasted your health, and then you're there, and then you have all that money, or you have all those materialistic things, but at the same time you're not happy. Okay? So this is so key, guys. You see, I was there 10 years ago. I had all the money I could dream of. I was living a lifestyle that was beyond my dreams at that time. And I traveled around the world. I spent so much time in like 5-star hotels, resorts, and all that stuff was good. But you see, the people around me were not, like, I love my friends, and it's not about that. But the people I was surrounding myself with, it was all about that lifestyle at that moment. But the thing is, what I realize now is that was not, I always had that empty gap. There was no true fulfillment there. And I'm not saying don't pursue the millions, don't do that, but do it for the right reasons. You see, one of the things is that I know to bring some of my goals into reality, I need a lot of money. I need millions. right? I want to build orphanages around the world, guys. I want to build, you know, charities around the world. I want to build schools in places where people don't have education. I want to build systems in countries where there's no system, you know. Yeah, you can help and send some money and send some clothes to a place, but I believe it's better to build a, you know, like a company that produces clothes for them. You know, you create jobs at the same time you have clothes for long term, right? We all heard this, you know, we all heard it, you know, that you rather teach a person how to fish than give them a fish. And this is what I want to do. So that's why my goals and dreams are much, much bigger than all that, you know, gaining the materialistic side of it. Adam, that's why I called my entrepreneurship journey the Freedom Project. Freedom for myself, quality, and value for others. That's really good, Adam. That's what it's all about. Okay, so that's really awesome. So guys, reflect on life, on that, and on what your definition of success is. Define it for yourself. Sit down and define what success means for you, and don't just copy someone else's definition for success. Because trust me on this, money does not equal success. Okay, there are so many people like Robin Williams, like Dale Carnegie. They committed suicide and they had all the success. And there are so many other stories like that. So really, guys, define success for yourself. For me, is to help other people live lives on their terms. You know, to live a life, you know, where they're happy doing what they do. You know, and not just that. You know, to actually empower millions of lives, to change, to help people that live in poverty, to, you know, like make a difference in people's lives, guys. You know, to go to countries and build orphanages, to help orphans, to help the needy, to help the people that don't have education. That's making a real difference. And you know, at that moment, it doesn't matter like how much you have yourself in terms of materialistic stuff, in terms of wealth. Okay, but you need to sit down and define success for yourself, because the word is used so much nowadays that people don't know what it means anymore. You know, it does not equal becoming a millionaire. It's not about, you know, becoming, you know, if you're working somewhere and you want to work your way up, you know, once you reach that position, let's say you want to become a store manager in where you are, is that going to be success for you? And ask yourself, why do you want to be there? How is that going to make you feel? And why can you not feel like that right now? Okay. You know, Tony Robbins always talks about this, about two things: science of achievement and the art of fulfillment. You know, you need to learn the science behind how to achieving things, right? We need to learn the strategies. But fulfillment, guys, it comes from inside. So work on your inside every single day. Make sure you work on yourself, guys. You know, every single day, you know, do something powerful, connect to yourself, spend some time on yourself. So every single morning, for example, spend like 10 minutes in silence, pray, meditate, do whatever you connect, you know, whatever is good for you. If it's yoga, you know, some people find peace in that. So do something, guys, and spend time on yourself, and read every day 10 pages, guys. Improve the quality of your life through your habits. Okay, you can have everything you want right now, all those feelings. You don't need to wait for things to change. You know, start with changing yourself from the inside, and it will reflect on your outside. All right, guys. So yeah, just want to share that with you guys. So share with me, guys. I really look forward to hear what your definition of success is. What's your definition of success? You know, and don't worry, don't be shy. You know, we're all here to learn. You know, nobody will judge you. If your definition of success right now is becoming a millionaire, becoming a billionaire, becoming this, that, it's all fine. But you know, share it so we can talk about it, and then we can, you know, help each other on defining the right things. You know, okay, guys. So really awesome to have you here. And you know, life is short. live life every single day to its fullest. You know, forgive other people, love other people, and especially with those around you, guys. Show them, send a message to a friend or a family member that you haven't told for so long that you love them. Guys, just send a message to your auntie or your cousin or a good friend, you know, and just tell them, look, I appreciate for you always being there for me. Just send a message, guys, because life is short, you know, and this is really important, that you connect to those people. Appreciate the people you have before they're gone. Hey Munir, thanks for joining, guys. Okay, so really, and also every single day, guys, I know it's kind of funny, but every single day look in the mirror and say, I love you. Yes, I love you, and then just repeat to you. Like, for example, I look every day in the mirror, I say, I love you, I love Siawash, I love me. And guys, build that self-love. Fill your own cup first. If your cup is not full, you cannot give to other people. Okay, you cannot give what you don't have. So be grateful for what you have. Life is short, guys. That can come at any time, you know, and just be positive. Obviously, don't think about it in a negative way, but think about what you're gonna leave behind. Think about the people you have, appreciate them, send them a message, you know. And today it's so easy. You can just send a WhatsApp message, you can send a Facebook message, you can do, it's so easy to reach people, right? Send a voice note, guys, send a voice note, make it more personal. So send a message, you know, appreciate the people around you, you know, and be grateful for what you have, and define what is success for you. Define what's success for you. Alright, guys, so have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow again. This is Siawash. Take care.